summer, so hopefully that'll complete this one. Actually, these crosses were more expensive than the stone ones, from what I understand. Most of them were made by a blacksmith in Bridgeport, which is about 5 miles from Maryhill. Here's one I've completed the restoration on. Many of the scrolls had vanished over the years, both from age and maybe more so from the lawnmower. Regardless, it's still here, and as you can see, right back in tip-top shape as you would have seen it 150 years ago. This is the sort of thing that happens from the lawnmower over the years. They get caught, and of course, who can blame them? And of course, being near the wall, this whole place is moving downhill, so to speak. So lots of straightening to do every spring. This monument is the only one I know of with the 2 Alsatian angels in stone. When I go back to Europe, I often see the 2 angels, but more in Austria and especially in Salzburg. There you'll find literally hundreds of iron crosses. In fact, I think there's maybe 5 iron crosses for every monument. Anyway, this one was put in here in about the 1880s by one of the original settlers. And as you can see, the left angel had vanished years and years ago. So just to reenact, let's put it, the monument, I made a little one out of cement. Actually, that's the 3rd one I made. The other 2 were far more detailed, made out of artist's clay. Unfortunately, they did not survive our Canadian winters, which drop right down to the 20, 30, and occasionally 40 below. So it's amazing any of these stones have stayed. As you can see, the restoration project doesn't go too far. We want it to look old as it did, or let's put it, we don't want it to look new. We want it to look as you would find it without being changed too much. And for future historians, as you can see, the name is worn off, but I've put on the name of the deceased, which is Lucas Zettel, and it was actually the Zettels that helped or gave money towards the cemetery. He was 1785 to 1859. The amazing thing is right next door is his wife, who decided on a iron cross design, and she died in 1874. This section of the cemetery is more of the sons of the settlers. Again, many of my family are in here. At the back is Barney Schmuck, as you can see, with the tall cross. A lot of these crosses had simply fallen off. Many were just piled at the back wall. Actually, they were going to remove about 1/3 of the different monuments, and all of the iron crosses they had decided were to be removed. I mean, the cemetery board at St. Boniface, until I understood one of my relatives was to be moving, and of course I stopped that. I then began restoring the entire graveyard, which has taken now close to 8 years all by myself. It's a work of love and a lot of fun too. You never know who you're going to meet in here. Here's another iron cross that's extremely decorated by a blacksmith. As you can see, there's a second one behind that's of equal fanciness and design. When I say these were as expensive as the stone ones, one like this would exceed it. In other words, it would probably cost like $35 in 1850 to 1890-ish. But you got to remember, that's like well, $1,400 or more, I guess, in today's money. So they weren't cheap. And most of these people, of course, just worked on their farms. This is the child section over here. As you can see, we don't have too many monuments left. They were small and of course broke. All of these have been restored by myself over the years. And my dad used to come out and work away back in the 1990s. The type of restoration, as you can see, is as simple as this one here, which had broke at that line. And